Rev up your engines!
Well, here's a very interesting self-driving story. British Columbia has now banned all cars equipped with level 3 driving assist. And it's not that you can't use the level 3 driving assist on your car. You can't even drive that car in British Columbia because they know people will cheat and use it anyways, right? British Columbia says you can't drive your level 3 supposed autonomous driving system in our province at all. As I say, the law in British Columbia makes it illegal to merely drive any level 3 equipped car, whether you use it or not. If you drive one of these in British Columbia, whether you live there or you're traveling through, if they catch you, fines range up to $2,000 in Canadian currency or even 6 months in jail. So, if you got a self-driving level 3 car, don't take it to British Columbia or you're taking the law into your own hands and you might get arrested. If they catch you, right? It just shows that people don't trust this technology. They don't want their people being killed by self-driving cars. So they said, nope, that's illegal. You can't do it in our province. Kind of interesting, you know? People are starting to pull back from the self-driving stuff. They realize that it doesn't work. It creates problems. Well, I was reading an article called The Chevrolet Silverado EV RST will become the king of the electric pickup truck segment. And they're talking about how powerful it is and how far it can go. Well, let me tell you one thing that makes me laugh. These babies are going to start at $91,000. How many guys? That means they'll all be over $100,000 with tax title. Who's spending $100,000 on a pickup truck? You know, there's a limited amount of people that are going to actually do that. GM, you're living in fantasy la land where you think you can make these expensive electric vehicles. People don't like them to begin with, and then make them these outrageous prices. They don't understand their own market. What do they think? People just have $100,000 to throw out into a stupid electric truck. It's bad enough that they're trying to sell something that most people don't want, and then at these outrageous prices, you know? Look how it worked out with the electric Hummer. Come on now. You know, this fantasy that people are going to spend that kind of money on a stupid giant electric truck. These executives at GM are living in an ivory tower. They don't understand the real world one iota. So here we go again with GM having their fantasy head in the sky, making super expensive vehicles, right? And thinking, oh, they're winning a big electric pickup truck war. Whether they win that battle or not, if you ask me, they're going to lose the war if all they're going to make are these super expensive electric vehicles, right? Come on now. How many people have that kind of money to buy a stupid electric pickup truck? Damien says, Scotty, what's your thoughts on a 2024 Range Rover Sport? Would it be better to lease it? Well, if you must get one, lease it. You know, that makes the most sense because they are endless money pits. I was just talking to the neighbor's son here in Rhode Island, and he's driving a used Tundra that he just bought. And he said, I had to get rid of that Range Rover. He said, I bought it new. And he said, and I lost $25,000 getting rid of it, right? If he would have leased it, at least he wouldn't have had to take the depreciation. So if you must, go ahead and lease it. You're still going to have high lease payments. You're going to be peeing money down the toilet as fast as you can throw it. But if you do lease, don't buy. The resale value was and if you're leasing it, at least you don't have to pay for repairs. And they are repair monsters, those things. As he found out, because he got they wanted $3,000 to do a brake job on the stupid thing. Ryan Miller says, Scotty, would you purchase the brand new 4Runner? I don't purchase anything brand new because I'm a cheapskate. I don't like wasting my money. You buy a new car, you paid 100% of the price, right? I can buy a used Toyota that's 8 or 10 years old for usually about 30 to 40% of what the new price was. If I look around and find a deal, somebody's getting married or somebody's joined the army or somebody dies and they want to get rid of a vehicle, right? Whatever. I'll get a good price. I might pay 30 to 40% of the original list price. That vehicle might still have 80% of its lifespan, so you can't beat it. Now, if I was the type of person who bought a new vehicle, I don't like the idea that the new 4Runners are only going to have, from what I've read, Turbo 4s. Turbo 4s are not for a vehicle that heavy. I don't care. Just like the Toyota Tacomas. You can get a 4 and you can get a 6. Now, they're only 4s. And that's a mistake, too. Some guys want a 6 for towing and pulling and off-road and four-wheel driving. Some guys want a 4. My son's got a 6-cylinder Tacoma and a 4-cylinder that his wife uses for running around, picking up stuff, going to the dump. You know, it's a real handy little work truck. But it's not good for pulling the boat in and out of the water and going off-roading. So, Big mistake, Toyota. Going to 4-cylinder turbos in big vehicles is not a smart move. Tommy Harden says, just got me a 03 Toyota Camry. Paint like new, interior excellent. Love this little car. Yeah, that's probably one of the best vehicles they ever made. Because I'll tell you, the quality of Toyota is going downhill. I just got back from Mendocino, California. We took a vacation. We flew out there. Then we rented a Toyota Corolla, right? And I was so disappointed. My back hurt because the seat was not comfortable. The seat, my '07 Matrix was a better seat. They're just cheapening down. The old ones, they were really well made, could last forever, right? I'm just assuming that Toyota's learned from the Americans' planned obsolescence. Don't make a car that can go 1,000,000 miles. That's stupid. Make them so they're not as comfortable and they break down faster, then they'll buy another one. MK says, Scotty, do you have dash cams in your cars? Sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. I test them out and then tell you which ones are good and which ones are bad, right? Now, my wife doesn't like them. She doesn't like the clutter. So when she's in the car, no, there's no dash cam. If I am, I'm testing them out. Just as I'm always hoping that I get a really good scene like a tornado or something or a massive wreck where I can incorporate it into my videos, right? And there's so many of them out there and they all work pretty good these days, right? There's so many different cameras out there make your head spin. But they are good for saving you if you're a good driver. Because if somebody runs a red light and smashes into you, you got proof with the camera, right? If you're a bad driver, don't get a dash cam because it will show you smashing into somebody. Keep that in mind. Aussie Twin says, Scotty, my power steering reservoir is bubbling even after replacing the cracked hoses on my '06 Holden Commodore. Okay, if they bubble, there's generally two things that do it. One is your power steering pump is just shot, putting back pressure in so it bubbles into the reservoir. The other thing is, if your power steering rack is going bad, it's not accepting the pressure, and the pressure feeds back and makes it bubble out. So, of course, the cheapest thing is a new pump. The racks cost a lot of money. The pumps aren't all that bad. Try a pump next. Hayes Product says, is a Jeep TJ a good car? The old Jeeps were really well made. Willie's Jeep made them, then they were bought by AMC, then Chrysler bought AMC just to get the Jeep name, then Fiat bought it. The early ones were pretty good, right? And strangely enough, when Mercedes bought Chrysler, and it was called Daimler Chrysler, the quality of the Jeep started going up. The worst happened. Fiat bought them, and the quality just went, and it continues to go. I would not buy any new Jeep. The quality has gone to garbage. Check it out. It's a security camera, but it can blast paintballs at people. It hits them with the paint so they can later be recognized by the police because they have, in this case, blue paint on them, right? Well, this is a Slovenian startup. Now, you know, it couldn't be an American company because if you got a machine that's shooting paintballs at people, there would be lawsuits against. Oh, you blinded me with a paintball. Oh, this is against the rules. Well, in Slovenia, I guess it isn't, right? So they're making these security cameras where you can blast paintballs at people. And they even have one that supposedly can shoot tear gas canisters at people. The Slovenians claim that it does with very high precision so it can hit people really well and mark them so you know who they are when the police come. So not only is it spying on people, it's shooting at them with paintballs. Now I don't know how many supply of paintballs it's going to have, right? Now if you want to see it in action, there's a nice YouTube video. It's called Paint Cam Face Recognition. Just Google that, watch the video. It's kind of interesting. I think it's funny. Paint Cam Eve uses automatic target marketing, face recognition, and AI-based decision-making to identify unfamiliar visitors to your property day or night. Then it gives a warning to anyone, and if they don't comply, it'll start firing paintballs at them. Hey, I hate to tell you, but if you did it in any neighborhood with his kids, the kids are going to have a riot. They're going to come in with paintball gear. They'll probably be shooting back at the thing and running around and laughing. These crazy Europeans, they're even saying, well, if that's not enough for you, we'll make a tear gas one that shoots tear gas at people. Well, I could see lawsuits coming if they ever put that in the United States. Maybe in Slovenia it's okay. Maybe it's more of the Wild West there. Tom Baldwin says, I thought of the new lawnmower. Home Depot no longer honors its warranties. They had no answer for me when I called to get it serviced. All right. Home Depot is just a big box store. Half the time you read any of the warranty, if you buy something there, it'll say, do not bring back to store. Take it to the manufacturer, you know? That's all the BS that comes out of these companies these days. So what you want to do is, you're buying something like a lawnmower, go to Amazon, go wherever. Check on prices and buy wherever that brand you want is on sale. That's all you got to do. Check which brand you want, where you get the cheapest price, because the warranties all go through the manufacturer. That's just how it goes, right? Truthfully, they don't make stuff like they used to. Everything is cheaper made. They won't last. Like my neighbor here has got a John Deere riding lawnmower. The sucker's 30 years old and it still runs fine, right? You won't get that out of the new ones. They just aren't made as well. You might go buy a used one. Go to the guys who repair lawnmowers. There's always somebody around who repairs lawnmowers, right? Go to them and have them sell you one that they've repaired. Yeah, makes the most sense to me. So if you never want to miss another one of my new car repair videos, remember to ring that bell.